Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Let's solve the problem minimum cost for tickets. So in a country popular for train travel, you have planned some train traveling 1 year in advance. The days of the year that you will travel is given as an array of days. Each day is an integer between the from 1 to 365. Train tickets are sold in three different ways, like a 1 day pass is sold for cost $0, 7-day pass sold for cost $1, and 30-day pass sold for cost $2. The passes allows that many days of consecutive travel. For example, if we get a 7-day pass on day 2, then we can travel for 7 days, like day 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Written the minimum number of dollars you need to travel every day in the given list of days. So this problem is quite similar to the minimum coin change problem, but the difference only there is, like, there we have fixed amount, while here we don't have fixed days, but we have like arrays of days, like we are traveling on particular days, not all the continuous days. If it is that, like, you have to calculate the minimum cost for to travel that many days, like 100 days or 50 days and all. So this is exactly the coin change problem, but here we have the array. So let's understand why the example here. So we have an array of days. We are traveling on these 6 particular days, like 1, 4, 6, 7, 8 and 20, and the cost of pass is given, like if we buy the 1-day pass is cost 2, and 7-day pass costing 7, and 30-day pass is costing 15. If you see this, all the days we are traveling is less than 30, under 30. If we buy 30-day pass itself, then we can cover all these days traveling, so it will cost us 15. So let's understand this example over here in detail. So if we start from the day 0, so if we buy 30-day pass, let's say 30-day pass, so we can travel till the 30 days. So this will cost us, so let me write in the edges like cost. So this will cost us 15 rupee. Wow, $15. Or what if we do in the initial day itself, if we got the 7-day pass, then we can go till the 7 till the 7th day. Then after that, for traveling to 8 day, then we can take another 7-day pass, then we can go till 14. So this will cost us again 7. Then from here we will take another, let's say 7-day pass itself. So this will cost us 7 again. So it will reach till the 21. So we are crossing. So by buying 3 7-day pass, like every 7 days, we can travel this. So this will cost us total 21. So which is even worse than here 15. Why we will go with this route? We will take this. So let's say, if you see here, we are traveling on only 20th day. So instead of buying this, why can't buy itself the 1-day pass on 20th day? So this will cost us 2, and we will cover the 20th day here itself directly. So this route cost will become 16. Same thing we can do here itself, like on the day 8 we will buy the 1-day pass, let's say. So we will travel on day 8, and then we will buy the 1-day pass on day 20 and travel on the day 20. So this pass cost come 11. And other approach is, like we take all the 1-day pass, like go to the 1, then travel on 4th day on with the 1-day pass, 1-day pass, and then take the pass like this 6th day on 1-day pass. So if we go all 1-day pass, so this is total 6. So this will cost us total 12. So overall minimum will come here by using this path, like take a 1 7-day pass and 2 1-day pass. So this is how we will solve this problem. So we will try all the possible combinations and then take the minimum over all of 3. So let's implement our code. So how we will implement? First of all, we will create a helper method. Let's say helper, and we will pass the days array and costs array as well as initial day start from 0, and this let's define the helper method definition. So this will also get the int d, so that will represent the day. And now this is helper. So here what we will do, so we will try to produce, like this d will represent the date. So if this d is crossed like number of index, if it is crossed the number of values of the days we are traveling in days dot length, then we will just return from here like we completed all the journey trips, so return from here 0. Otherwise we will get the 1 day pass, let's say every time. So 1 day pass. So here what we will do, we will traveling on the particular day, like say here we want 1 day pass for this trip, then we want 1 day pass for this trip, and so on. So in that way we will just call the helper method and pass the days cost and d plus 1 plus the cost of buying 1 day pass is cost of 0. Similarly, now for day 7 we need to do same thing for day 7 here. So let it call 7 day pass, and here we will got the pass. Now but the thing is, this d is not d plus 7, because this d is just indexing, but we need to check at which index the 7th day is covered. So let's say here if we buy the 7 day pass, then we can travel till this index. So this d is represent index, so we need to find out the index of this guy. So here for finding that, we will let's say initialize I and then loop over I from d and I less than days dot length I plus plus. If days of I is greater than or equal to days of d plus 7, because on from the current day plus 7 we are getting the 7 day luxury by buying the pass of 7 day. So this then we will break if it is cross this, and this I is the our next index we need to pass it. Same we will do for 30. So for 30 day here we will do, so this will become d, instead of 7 here we will check 30 days from ahead by buying pass. So this let's say 30, and this will be cost of 2, because 30 day pass cost is cost of $2. And after that we just return minimum of all of these 3. Return math dot min of day 1 day pass and math dot min between 7 day pass and 30 day pass. So all of the whatever minimum we will take, this will be the answer. So let's compile this code. This is a recursive solution. So let's see, this is passing. If we submit this, this will be timed out for the bigger test cases. Yeah, this is timed out. So why it is timed out? If you see here, so here we can clearly see. So let's draw under this in the index ways. So let's say we started index 0, then by buying 1 day pass we can go index 1, then buying 7 day pass. So based on the conditions from like 1, 4, 6, 7, 8 and 20, so we will find the index using that logic. So this will come here, so this will be 4, and here if we continue go 2, 3, 4, 5. After that it's adjusted all the trips. So we will, so from 4 if we buy again 7 day pass, we will go to the 5. So and from here we can buy 1 day pass as well. So this will also go to the 5. Same here if we buy the 7 day pass, so this will go to the 5. So if you see, these are repeated sub problem for the same values multiple times. So what we will do, we will cache them and then reuse these sub problems. So for caching, there are multiple ways to cache. I will cache using the global integer object array of dp and initialize the size here. Dp is equal to new integer of size is it will be days dot length. This will be days dot length, and here before going inside we will check if dp of day, the d is not equals to null, then we have the value, we will return that value from here. So, which will be dp of d, and if it is not, then we will calculate and store in our dp of d as well as return the same value from here. So, let us copy this test case, put into the custom test cases and compile the code. So, now if you see, this is getting passed as well, because we stored the sub problems, like multiple sub problems in one and reusing them. So, this will be passed. So, this is accepted. So, this is the solution. If you like my solution, hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.